Hi, this is Deb from Deb's Days. It's Tutorial Tuesday, and today we're going to make a no-sew magnetic mailbox for a cruise ship door. Before I get started, I publish new content each week, so be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And click the bell to get notified about the latest videos. And don't forget to check out debsdays.com for free sewing and crafting patterns and links to more sewing and crafting tutorials. If you're a cruiser, I've got you covered there too. Check out my cruising resources section where you'll find cruise tips, trip reports, port and ship specific articles, and plenty of photos. If you've been on a cruise before, you know you get lots of papers, like bunches and bunches every single night. On some ships, there are mailboxes installed on the wall to collect all those papers. On some ships, they've taken those mailboxes away, so the steward is now placing the papers in the door handle or sliding them under the door or placing them on the bed. Well, since the door and the walls, for that matter, are magnetic, today we're going to make this magnetic mailbox. I've made this one before right here that required sewing, but I've had requests for a no-sew version. So let's get started with a no-sew one. Along with your regular sewing supplies, for this project you will need a 12-inch by 12-inch piece of backing fabric, a 10-inch by 10-inch piece of front fabric, an 11-inch by 14-inch piece of pocket fabric, heat and bond, the no-sewable ultra hold variety. You'll need 3 pieces of that, a 10 by 10, a 10 by 10, and 11 by 14. You'll need some strip magnets or some round magnets. You'll need fabric glue or hot glue, and then a piece of cardboard measuring 10 by 10. You can find the written version of this list with the measurements at debsdays.com. I've added the direct link in the description right below this video. First, we're going to work with the pocket piece. So place your pocket with the wrong side up, right side facing down. And then we're going to take our piece of heat and bond and place it in the middle of the fabric. If you find your heat and bond is a little too big, like over the edge, trim it off just a bit. You don't want your heat and bond to get on your ironing surface. Now iron it onto your fabric. Be sure to follow the directions on your heat and bond packaging. And let it cool. When it's cool, go ahead and peel off the paper backing off of that. Now that the paper backing is off, we're going to fold this onto itself so the wrong sides are facing each other, the right sides are facing out. And then we're going to iron that together. Right, we need to let that cool, and then we're going to set that aside. Now we're going to grab our 10 by 10 inch piece of fabric and our 10 by 10 inch piece of heat and bond, and we're going to put it again on the wrong side of the fabric. Remember, again, check the edges, make sure nothing's hanging over. And then go ahead and iron that down again according to the package directions. We're going to let that cool. While we're doing that, we're going to grab our other piece of fabric, the 12 by 12 piece. This is our backing fabric. And grab your last piece of heat and bond. That's another 10 by 10. You'll see there's space all the way around. It's supposed to be that way. Go ahead and get that ironed on, again, to the wrong side of your fabric. When both pieces are cool, go ahead and peel off the papers. So you want to grab your cardboard. We're going to take our 10 by 10 piece, so we're going to face it down on the cardboard. The right side's facing up. Apologize for the noise, we have garbage day today. Make sure the shiny side's facing down on the cardboard. We're going to actually iron it right on. Let it cool. And then flip it over. Now we're going to do the same side with this one. We're going to put the shiny side facing down. We're going to center it right in the middle. You may have to turn it over just to be sure that you're in the middle. I think I'm good. I'm going to hold on to that nice and tight. And then flip it over. And then I'm going to iron that down. Flip it back over. Yep, looking good. Now we need our pocket piece again. Okay, so I've aligned these raw edges, We've got a little bit hanging off here, but I am going to align those raw edges too, because I'm going to make just a little pleat in this. You can measure the midpoint if you want it right in the center, but honestly, I really don't care. I just know I want some space to put things in. So I'm going to just fold it over kind of sort of in the middle. All right, we're going to put a little clip right here to hold that in place for me. So now I'm going to take my hot glue and I'm going to go right along here. Make sure those are lined up again. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the same on the edge over here. Do the same under here. I'm going to get all the hot glue all the way around. Okay, so we have a pocket glued down, has a little bit of a crease in it, pleat in it. So, okay, now I'm going to work at making this edge as part of our binding around the edge. I glued the corners and did the corners first. I really didn't like it that way, so I'm just going to start at the sides first. It just makes more sense to do it that way. Just get your glue right along the edge. Fold that in till it meets the edge of the cardboard. Flip it up one more time. Makes it a more finished edge if you do it that way. And when you get to the corner, just pull it down. Just kind of finger press it with your finger there. And then just fold it right back up too on it. Like that. We're going to go back on here and glue extra where we need to, but I don't need to worry about that yet. When you've gone all around, go ahead and get back underneath there where you need to. I just barely stick the glue gun under there. If you're using fabric glue, it'll actually be easier to control the glue than this. And then I just kind of pull it over and hold it in place, just to go back and get any of those spots I may have missed. The thing about it, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's going on a cruise ship cabin door. And I always worry, I've never had the problem, but I always worry that someone's going to steal it. I don't exactly make it the most perfect thing I can do if it's going on the cabin door, because I'm afraid of, if it's too perfect, someone will take it. Like I said, it's never happened, but I always worry about that. All right, I flipped it over now. Now you can either put your 4 corner magnets in, or you can put 2 strip magnets. Go ahead and get those glued down, and then you are ready to go. Like I said, it's not perfect, but if you're looking for something to keep the papers in on your door so you don't have to bend over and pick them up off the floor, it's a quick and easy project.